Hey, so this is going to be my first guide on Super Mario Galaxy. I'm going to specifically be focusing on Luigi any percent, though this guide can carry over to 120 and the Luigi part of 242. So this part of the guide is going to be movement. I will be doing Terrace soon, and I'll be going through each of the domes that you do in any percent. So, terrace, fountain, kitchen, bedroom, and engine room. And along with engine room, I will also... Sorry. And then after engine room, I will also include the Hungry Lumas and Fate. So, movement is very important in Mario Galaxy. Luigi has very, very slow acceleration compared to Mario, and slips. But Luigi does jump higher and walks slightly faster. So that's something you should keep in mind if you're used to playing as Mario. Now, as for jumping, so there are six types of jumps. So you have a single jump, a double jump, which you can also do just standing, triple jump, which, unlike other 3D Mario games, you actually do need to get a running start. You can't do it from a standing. Backflip, long jump, and a side flip. So, to perform each of these jumps, I'll demonstrate how to perform each of these jumps right now. So, to do a single jump, obviously, you press A button. So you could do a low jump, or a high jump if you hold it. So, low jump, high jump. To do a double jump, you could either do it while running, or while standing still. You just tap the A button twice. To do a triple jump, you have to be moving, and you just tap it 3 times, or after a double jump. For a long jump, you have to be moving forwards, press Z and press A, or hold Z and press A. So, we'll see it like this. And you could do them in quick succession, like this. And this is going to be your main method of moving in straight lines. It is a very fast way of moving. To do a backflip, you become idle, you hold Z, and then you press A, and you'll do a backflip. You can change some properties about your backflip, like how far backwards you go, by angling your stick right after you jump, because if you do it before you jump, Luigi will turn, and you'll get something like this. Hold on. You'll get something like that. You could also do you could also do a crouch jump, or a backflip. You could also do a backflip while holding forward, and you'll get slightly extra height, it seems, but not a lot of distance. The last jump is a side flip. Side flips are very situational. So to do a side flip, you have to be having a running start, and then immediately come to a halt, and hold the other direction. So, stop. Stop and hold the other direction, and then jump. If you hear him slipping, then you're in the clear to jump. So those are all of the jumps. There is also wall jumps. So for wall jumps, you want to find a wall. Not all walls you can jump off of. And and I will demonstrate one. So you find a wall, you jump, and you hold your stick towards the wall, and then you're able to jump off while he's sliding. So now I'll come to spins. Spins are the most important part of this run. So there are many different types of spins. You have a standing spin, which you could do with either the Wiimote or nunchuck, just by shaking it. You have, and you also have 4 different types of aerial spins. So as Luigi, you will actually go higher if you spin with a nunchuck, as you can see. So this is with nunchuck, this is with Wiimote. But you will also go higher if you're holding A. So if I hold A, so the shortest jump is without holding A and doing a Wiimote spin. If you hold A and do a Wiimote spin, you go slightly higher. Here's it, nunchuck without holding A, and then nunchuck with holding A. So it is a big difference. So to get the most height, you will want to be shaking with the nunchuck while holding A. There are 2 different types of ground pounds. There is the there's a standard ground pound, which is fast, and you fall at a much greater rate, as I will show here. So it is useful for when you're falling long distances, or if you fall off and you know you can't recover, you can ground pound and save that, and you can ground pound and get that extra 2 seconds that you would have lost if you didn't. There's also a spinning or homing ground pound, where you spin, and during the spin animation, you ground pound. And it will home in to most, like, enemies or pretty much anything that you can interact with. So, as you can see, it homed into the Luma. You do still have to be kind of close for it. But it will home in, and you see I got something called a Luma Bounce, and that's what I will demonstrate right now. So there are a few beginner tricks that you should use in runs. One of which is called the Luma Bounce. So this is mainly used in Good Egg 2, which is the 3rd star in the run. So, after you get all the star bits, and you're over here, I'm gonna skip all that part. You go right here, you stand on this step, backflip, do a homing ground pound, and you'll be able to reach the star. Now, I spun early, so I could use this to demonstrate again. So backflip, homing ground pound, and when you're at the right distance, you can spin. So that is the main use of the homing ground pound. Also in Honey Hive 2, you can use it as a way to kill the bug a bit faster. Now, I'd say a great galaxy to show you what jumps are capable of is Freezeflame 3. So Freezeflame 3 uses almost all of the different types of jumps, including skating long jumps. So, right here, you already have a long jump in the beginning. So you long jump, you don't get hit. You long jump and you're able to get to this launch star. Here's another movement trick. if you quickly go into first person and then back out, it will pretty much skip the landing animation. Doing this for pretty much everything in the run will save a significant amount of time. So the first jump, you could see right here, you could just do a simple jump and spin. Alright, so right here is one of the first big jumps. You do a backflip. So it's simple. Backflip, wall jump, spin. And then you can make it inside the cage. And this skips a good portion of it. It skips having to go over here, and then spinning this to open the gate. Now to skip this part, you grab this, you backflip, wall jump, and then do another spin. And spinning with the fire flower has different properties. You do still gain some vertical height, but it mainly actually stalls you in the air. But you can do it multiple times, which you cannot do with you can't do without a power-up. So the next type of jump is going to be a skating long jump, which is the most distance you can get from a single jump. And you'll see that spinning while skating has a different property where you will actually keep pretty much all of your speed, but you will get a slight boost in height. And it is going to be very useful for some longer jumps, such as the one right here. This one right here, which will let you get the star. So those are pretty much all of the ground movement techniques. There is a few things that I didn't mention, such as crouch walking, and crouch spins, but those are very, very situational. Almost never used in a run. The main ones you want to focus on are long jumps, triple jumps, air spins, backflips, and single jumps. That's really all you want to focus on in terms of jumping. And wall jumps. So to demonstrate wall jumps, there's no better place than Buoy Base. So, and this is also a good opportunity for me to demonstrate swimming. So, in Buoy Base 1, apologies, 1 second. So, in Buoy Base 1, swimming is pretty simple. So you have the surface swim, or I guess normal surface swimming, which is really slow. There is a glitch called surface swim, and it's pretty much the same speed as you spinning underwater, but you save your air. It is pretty difficult to perform. I've actually yet to perform it. It's not something you would need to worry about quite yet. But, you may think that with this galaxy, you could just skip it by wall jumping up this and doing spins. But that's where you'd be wrong. So, these walls are easy enough to wall jump off of. The ones with the grates. But you cannot actually wall jump off of these. You can see he's pushing against them, but there's no way to wall jump off of it. Which is why you do need to actually master swimming. And this is not the only galaxy. You do have Beach Bowl, you have Sea Slide, all of which require you to swim. So, swimming underwater is pretty self-explanatory. So to get underwater, you can either get some height, as I will demonstrate now, and you will actually dip down ever so slightly, and you could use that and immediately go under. Mostly used at the start of galaxies because you'll be starting on a platform. So right here, you'll be starting on a platform. You should be able to ever so slightly dip down and get in. You could also just do a ground pound while on the surface and you'll go down, or you could just ground pound while in the air and you're guaranteed to go down enough to where you can swim freely. So the swimming controls can be wonky for beginners. So obviously there's left and right. To go up, you hold down on the stick, and to go down, you hold up. You will get used to it very fast, trust me. But the main thing you'll be using when swimming is spins. So as Luigi, spins will actually waste some of your air, so you do want to keep that in mind. But it is a very fast method of swimming. There are also shells on some galaxies. Buoy Base is not one of those. But, you could use those to also swim, not as fast as spinning, but still really fast, and you won't lose the air faster. So, to get out of the water, you can either go up to a wall, and it's much easier just to go up to a wall, hold up once you're at the surface, and then press A, and you will jump. You could also hold up while at the surface, though it is kind of weird. Okay, I guess not. Okay, you could also just spin. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's just a swim once you're idle. Come on. Yeah, I guess some weird timing. Oh, yeah, so you hold A. And he will... Yeah, he'll jump out. Another way you can get out is just by spinning. And you'll get... Obviously, when not under the water, you have to be on the surface. You just spin, and you'll get some height. You can lead it into a wall jump. If you have a shell, you could hold A while at the surface, and you will get a lot of height. Which I will demonstrate in the kitchen part of the run. Alright, so I'm gonna complete the main part of Buoy Base. Now, I will also demonstrate a skip. You don't necessarily have to do it. You still can beat it the intended way. Though I do find this slightly... not easier, it's definitely harder. But even if you fail it, first 20 times, you're still going to be able to save time. As long as you don't fall off the platform, you should be fine. So you can see I'm able to wall jump off of the grates. This is where a triple jump is used. Okay, I've never actually been hit by that. Okay. So use a triple jump to get up here. So what you normally do is spin this to activate these and for them to start moving. But for Buoy Base skip, you can just get up here. And if you are on this spring guy, you can see that if you just jump on him, you'll get some height. But if you hold A, you'll get even more height. And there's a glitch where if you spin at the right time while holding A, you'll get some extra height and you'll be able to skip getting all the blue chips. Another small thing with movement is that gravity does affect it a lot, and you can use that to your advantage. So right here, you can see that right before the cutscene you are able to move, so you can use that to initiate a ground pound and swim down and get the star. There isn't much more with movement that I would really have to say. With the bee mushroom, I'll explain all the bee mushroom stuff once we get to all that. It's mainly just the fire flower that you would want to remember, but I will also go over everything when we get to those spots. I will upload the terrace tutorial within this week. You guys could also find a full beginner run on my channel. I upload almost all of my personal bests. You can also watch the world record run on speedrun.com. I will also link that in the description. Yeah, so the world record run, my run, link to, you know, the speedrun page and the Mario Galaxy speedrun Discord. So you guys can ask questions there if you have any. Again, I am not in any way a top runner. Though I would say I am one of the better beginner runners. I have not been running this game as long as Cloud Kirby, Hardcore, Flygon, Bread Ghost, Danny, Sludgy, Valu. If you want advanced strats, I would 100% recommend looking at their runs. And asking them for advice. But yep. That's all I have to say. Follow the Twitch. I will be doing speedruns once I finish all the tutorials. Subscribe to the YouTube so you guys can get the tutorials once they release. And yeah, if there's a new skip discovered for beginners, I will touch base on it. But as of right now, most skips that are being discovered are very advanced skips that save very little time. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, hope to see you guys soon.